We welcome you to Consumer Analytics and ConsumerHallaTV, and we're using this medium to say good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for staying true and staying glued to your screen, joining us on the conversation. Consumer Analytics is where we analyze and project the voice or the voices of the consumer. Thank you so much for joining us once again. I am Ire Ayomikunle Eke. We have a very beautiful topic to dissect on the table this afternoon.
Alright guys, welcome back to another beautiful edition of Consumer Analytics on ConsumerHallaTV. I am Kike Lomo at Jibola. Consumer Analytics is that program for you to actually sit down and enjoy, because it's a various topic here and there and ranging from what the consumers decide to share with us today on the program. Thank you so much for joining us once again.
Alright, so we're talking about Bouillon Cube, and a whole lot of people will be surprised. What is that? We all know it as Maggi, and surprisingly, Maggi is the name of a brand of Bouillon Cube, and we all know that that is a very concentrated flavor that adds spice to the food we make. And talking about that, we have a whole lot of brands that are doing very well in Nigeria. But today, Harry Potter Elizabeth Abefe was on the streets to seek the consumers' opinion, to seek their voices. Their golden voice prevail, to know their stand, the stance they have on particular brand. But before we get there, Kike, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Talking about Bouillon Cube, we have a whole lot of brands. We have Maggi that we're now centralized, now calling all types of Bouillon Cubes. Well, to you, as I cook as well, and my favorite is chicken flavor. But the problem I have with chicken flavor is that it is very, very hard to to squeeze or to break. Most of the time you have to use a hard object on it, definitely, before you sprinkle it into your stew, your sauce, or whatever you're cooking. And but there is this one I'm using that I love so much. I've searched for it in Lagos. I do not see it, but anytime I go to Ibadan, I buy it. It tastes so well, perfectly well. That is Jumbo. I was somewhere on Saturday in a store, and I asked about it. They said, no, that, they do not have it. Not that alone. I've gone to so many places in Lagos, but I do not say that. So Jumbo, for me, does that work. The flavor. It's kind of a mixture of beef and chicken, so that makes it so accurate for me. So now to you, what Bouillon Cube do you use? Or do you belong to some people that, okay, if I want to cook vegetable today, I use a cube related to vegetable. If I want to do chicken, I do something related to chicken. A whole lot. So what do you use? Let's start from there.
I don't particularly season my food based on what I'm cooking. Maybe fried rice, that's the only thing you see me specifically looking for, maybe a chicken flavored Bouillon Cube. But normally I love knorr and chicken flavor. It's very easy to crunch chicken flavor depending on if you understand how to do it. Just place it beside your gas for like 10 seconds, remove it, and voila, very easy. There's no need for you to be doing bang 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 because you want to break chicken flavor. Just place it beside somewhere very hot. 10 seconds, 5 seconds. When you remove it, it's easy to peel. Then you can use your hand to
sprinkle.
It's very easy.
Interesting. So tell us, let's dive into the world of Kike's kitchen. Kike, and see, let's see what you have for us. Let's have your most favorite meal. What your favorite meal? What you use chicken flavor to cook? Is it jollof rice? Is it sauce?
I mix chicken flavor and
knorr together.
Knorr together. Sorry, not knorr. It's not called knorr. It's called knorr. The K is not silent. So I use chicken flavor and knorr together most times. If I'm making soup and the soup is much, you see me using 2 cubes of like one piece of knorr, because I use the one that has 2 in it. If the soup is like I'm making a stew of about 2,000 thereabout, they are always much because I buy my pepper from a northern person. So 2 of that and 1 cube of chicken flavor is enough for me to make my soup. If I'm making normal soup, I would either use just chicken flavor or a piece of knorr. but most likely you would always see knorr in my chicken, in my kitchen, rather than chicken flavor. But if I can't find knorr, I don't mind using chicken flavor. I love it, so it's not that much of a big deal.
So what other Maggies have you explored?
I don't like any other Maggi. I only like knorr, and I only like chicken flavor. The only one I know that I can use is Hano, and Hano is basically because of for jollof rice, it makes the jollof rice red. That's the reason why I would use Hano. But apart from that, I don't even use it like that because it's not really,
it's kind of reddish, right?
Yeah, it's not really even out there like that anymore. So if I can't, it's not as if I'm particular about the Hano. It's just that I've seen a caterer. I've seen a caterer that came to cook for Ilea for us, and she was one that I was like, oh, if you want your jollof rice to, be more reddish and everything, you can always add just one cube of Hano Maggi. And I'm like, okay, let's try it. And I think I did it once or twice. I don't really care for it because for me, I feel like it's the person that's cooking the food that's making the food nice, not the seasoning or whatever. Anybody can put seasoning to soup, to their stew, and then.
But most of the time, what we hear is different. They will tell you, the reason why this soup is not sweet is because you didn't had much beyond cube inside.
I disagree. It's not about the amount of beyond cube. Like I said earlier on, most people don't know how to make stew. Most people will put their stew on fire for.
Okay, maybe educate us on how to prepare.
I can't educate anybody on how to make their food. If you want to make your food anyhow, but I just know that the more your stew stay on fire, the more nicer it will taste, and that's why you feel like you'll be like, oh, I made egusi yesterday. Egusi of tomorrow is more sweeter than the one I made it because the egusi is get more done than the previous
second day.
So it's better to always leave your stew on fire at least for 45 minutes. If it's boiling, add water. Like, just make sure the water is completely dried out. That's when your stew is ready or your soup is ready. People you just see them 5 minutes, they put soup on fire and they are done. You have not let everything marinate together. And some people also immediately they are adding their egusi, they're adding their pepper on fire. Immediately they're adding their bouillon cube inside. I don't know why they do that. Fry or wherever you want to use it. Don't over fry, because over frying is you are releasing chemical into the air. Now you're also making the food lose its nutrients.
Oh, well, that was not the irritation we had while growing up. They would tell you, That's
exactly what it doesn't mean. Because they've been doing it, that doesn't mean that it is the right thing. It's not good for your heart. It's not good for cholesterol level. It's not good for a lot of things. The things that we do that we take for granted. I mean, Nigeria has the lowest expectancy of lifespan. It's looking like we're always good in good and we're always good in bad too. So we take number one in everything. I don't expect Nigerians to have the lowest expectation of lifespan in the world. So these are things that we need to, check and balance most of the time. Some people will be like, if the palm oil is not black, then I've not eaten my food.
That is what Yoruba call kugbadada.
So I don't understand why you are doing that. If you bleached your palm oil to some certain level that is not smoky or crazy. I don't mean you should put your palm oil and then just make it stay on fire for maybe 1 minute, and then you add your pepper. I do add my onions before I add mine. Make your onions, stir fry your onions inside your stew for maybe 2 minutes. Let the flavor release itself. It's not when you put it and then you are pouring pepper and then the rest you are pouring Maggi. And you are putting curry, you are putting thyme. Let me tell you, it's not about this. Some people can cook with only salt, and you'll be like, wow, what an amazing meal. My grandma would make soup, and my favorite food from my grandma is bure, water leaf soup. And then she would not even add anything. The only thing that she would add in that soup is locust beans, iruworo. That's the only thing that she would add into that soup, and that soup always hits. When you are eating food and you're like, from here, I remember my grandma say, I'll make sure my grandma is still alive, God bless her, and make her stay more alive. My mother was like, if I marry, don't worry, grandma will come and stay with me because I love her meal. She doesn't put anyhow Maggi or anyhow what's it called in her food, because most people will be like, see some people making food and you see them packing 8 bouillon cube and you are crunching it in your meal. I don't know whatever you're doing. Diabetes is very real. Health diseases are very, very real. And these are things that we need to, be careful about. So depending on how you make your food, That's how nice your food is. Not rice that you need to put salt into.
All right, it's interesting. Kike, before we move into the line of the consumers, let's take it back to the ancient days where a grandparent used, just like you said, just locust beans, and they will make a very beautiful stew. They'll make a very fantastic sauce for a name that maybe food or stew or soup that they want to prepare. But right now, what has changed over time? You know, you tell some people that, gone are the days where our parents, our great grandfathers, our grandmothers use just locust beans to cook. People will be like, they will tell you that, what kind of stew is that? Oh, we eat it without Maggi? No, I cannot. So, is it that Beyond Cube guarantees how sweet or how beautiful the food or the stew will look like?
I said it already now. It doesn't guarantee anything. If you're a good cook, the way you make your stew really matters. It's not about the spice. It's not. That's why you see me. I'm a very picky eater. There are things that I cannot eat. If I eat from you, maybe I've tried your food once. And I'm like, oh yeah, this person can actually cook. You can't see me near most people's food because I don't know how they've made the food. And sometimes also appearance tells me appearance of a person, the way the person dresses, everything, like how neat and everything would make me want to actually eat the person's food. So it's not about the Beyond Cube or the salt or the curry or the thyme or the crayfish, I mean, I feel like some tribes use the berries to cook and then their food tastes amazing. I'm very picky eater. I don't eat outside of my comfort zone, which I'm trying. Maybe I will try and see if I can expand my taste bud this year. But honestly, I don't eat outside of my comfort zone. I'm very used to northern food, and I'm very used to the Yoruba tribe food. The Eastern food, I'm not very used to it. The only thing I know that you could wake me up and say, let's go and eat is probably ukwobi or isiu. Every other thing apart from that comes from outside, I've tried, not particularly my thing, maybe because I've not tried it where I would like, but personally I think that's a personal problem because I don't fancy what I'm not comfortable. Like I love my comfort zone so much. What I grow up eating is what I am still eating today. I mean, I can't pair rice and spaghetti together. I can't eat it. It's literally, I'm looking at it like it's like poison. I can't pair a lot of things that people would be like, normally I can pair them together. I can't pair them together. Rice beans and rice beans. I mean, I'm like not like waki. This is waki and this is spaghetti. I don't put spaghetti in my waki. I don't like it. So these are things that is just a personal things. But depending on how you make your meal, that is how nice and beautiful your meal would actually come out. And
up right now, I totally agree that it depends on how skillful you are in the kitchen. The Beyond Cubes do not determine how skillful you are in the kitchen. And now let's get to see what our reporter gathered from the consumers out there about Beyond Cubes.
As we already know, the taste of a good meal lies in the seasoning, and bouillon cubes have become a staple in every kitchen household. And I must say, with so much brand out there, which bouillon cube does the magic for the consumers? I am Elizabeth Abefe, and I'm live here in Lagos, Nigeria. You're welcome to Consumer Voice on ConsumerHallaTV, where consumers genuinely share with us their preference and also give reasons why they think this brand worth it. And today won't be different. We will be at putting bouillon cube to the taste in terms of convenience, taste, and overall satisfaction. Come with me, let's go find out from consumers which bouillon cube does the magic. Do you cook?
Honestly, yeah, I do.
So which bouillon cube do you use in cooking?
I use Knorr.
So I use Knorr chicken flavor.
Chicken flavor.
Okay, I use Knorr chicken basically. Gino Max as well. I use Gino.
Sarah, the Maggi chicken flavor and lasso.
Gino chicken and Knorr chicken. Yeah. That is a wrap on today's episode of Bouillon Cube. And consumers have said it all. Knorr chicken is the brand most people go for simply because it was passed down to them from generation to another generation. Some say because of the taste, some say they are satisfied with it. And as we already know, and we always say, we are not criticizing other brands. We are not saying other brands are not working. but consumer voice really matters. Do not forget to like, subscribe, share, and follow. Comment under the comment section which bouillon cube does the magic for you. Till I grace your screen again, I am Elizabeth Abefe. Bye for now.
It's a wow thing right there. There is nothing to condemn about consumer voice. The voice are accurate, it's golden, it's specific, and that's a very beautiful one. Elizabeth Abefe, keep up the good work. Now we can see that Knorr is actually leading the, is it by chart, is it the top chart, but the chart is leading it, and we see that there are some other bouillon cubes are doing well. Gino, chicken flavor, Maggie, and all of that. You know, I was now let's take it back before we move on. While growing up, we knew some Maggies too that I don't know, maybe you say, but talking about Soupy, do you remember Soupy? Raiko, Onga, and you know, Royco, not Raiko, Royco, okay, Royco. Then Onga. These Maggies are, you know, very beautiful. I think I'm sure we still have Onga, but and of recent I saw Soupy, but Royco I can't actually place that. Those are beautiful Maggies doing very well. Now let's get to see what the consumers are saying, the reason why they are choosing their most preferred brand of bouillon cube. Starting with King. King is saying Knorr, and I prefer Knorr because of its taste. If it is not Knorr, then Maggi isn't available. I use Star as well. I grew up watching my parents use these cubes. I also like how the brands have evolved over time. Ratings 9.9 over 10. Interesting. Fit says Knorr. If not Knorr, I use Maggi chicken flavor. I love Knorr because of its rich flavor. I grew up watching my mom use it. Knorr is quite affordable. And Joy says chicken flavor. I love it because of the taste and aroma. My mom also uses it. It's perfect for jollof rice and fried rice. Wow. Then the flavor strength seems reduced recently, or let's say over time. So that is coming from Joy. Mrs. Adeola Tolu says chicken flavor. I previously used I used chicken flavor for a foriro and jollof rice. To cut it short, chicken flavor blends well with local dishes. Interesting one right there. Those are beautiful statistics from the consumer. You all have said it well. Both Knorr, both chicken, all of them are doing great. But let's talk about it. A particular consumer said, you know, the sweetened flavor of chicken flavor has reduced recently. What can you say about it, or do you think, based on our own opinion?
It's true, actually. I've noticed it, but this is what it is. You should build your flavor yourself, or switch to one that
something
you feel like is perfect for your flavor type. But if it is not, I feel like chicken flavor is a good bouillon cube regardless of whatever.
Okay. Now we're talking about chicken flavor brand. We know you people know what is best for the consumer, but right now I would want to urge you to look into the perspective of what the consumers are saying, that the sweetened flavor have reduced a bit. If there is any, you know, health related matter concerning why you reduced it, of course just put out something, out a memo or something for consumers to read and be well informed about why that reduced. It's so interesting. Like we all say on this program, we are not we are not putting down any brand, or we are not writing off any brand. No. It's just to let us know, most especially the brand owners out there, to know what the consumers are saying about your brand, how satisfied they are with your product that you're dishing out to them. And now from our plate to your hand right there, it is well dished. Thank you so much for joining us on the conversation. After this program, we're moving into resolution box. Stay with us, go nowhere. Bye for now. Hello, consumers. You have the right to be heard. Absolutely. So join us on the conversation, share your brand experience, where you tell us all your experiences about brand on the outer world via our YouTube channel every Wednesday from the hour of 4:20 to 5:20. You can watch us via our YouTube channel, ConsumerHallaTV, and subscription is free. Follow us on all our social media platforms, ConsumerHallaTV. Share your brand experience. It's about storytelling. It's about experiences.
Hello, consumers. You're welcome to another exciting episode of Consumer Voice on ConsumerHallaTV. I am Matilda Omenai. As you already know, Consumer Voice is a show where we'll be visiting different places in Lagos to check out people's preferences, hear what the consumers have to say about different leading brands that they make use of.
Hello, it's your boy here, Iremofe Koforola, and you know what? They call me the AUF General Overseer. Every day is a blessing and it is meant to be enjoyed maximally with AUF packages that put a smile on our faces. And guess what? That is why this show AUF is for you. You can get to know about trendy market slashes, promos, offers and juicy deals that put a smile on your faces, and you can always enjoy them maximally. And you know one thing that is so interesting about this show? It is a blend of English and Pidgin. As I dey run you English, now I go dey marry am with Pidgin, make am spicy. So catch me every time on the show to enjoy more about trendy AUF packages.
Public service announcement. Hello, consumers. I am Kikelomo Ajibola, and welcome to the Scam Alert segment on ConsumerHalla TV. Scam Alert educates viewers about various scams affecting consumers. We learn tips on how to identify fraudulent activities and provide advice on protecting our personal information. We aim to raise awareness and empower viewers to avoid falling victim to scams. We cover various topics such as phishing, identity theft, fraudulent investment schemes, and many more. You want to catch up on how these scammers invade our lives? Join us every Tuesday by 12:30 p.m. for Scam Alert on our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Subscription is absolutely free. And in case you're not following us across all our social media platforms, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok at ConsumerHallaTV. Don't say I didn't do anything for you this 2025. Bye.
Welcome to In the Marketplace. We are taking you on a journey behind the scene of Nigeria's most vibrant market, from the sight and sound of the market to the stories of the people who makes it thrive. We will be sharing the untold stories that brings this market to life. Join us as we explore the history, challenges, and triumphs of the market vendors. We will dive into the daily lives of the people who call markets home and uncover the secret that makes this market special. You will get to see the passion, energy, and dedication that goes into making this market success. Tune in to the In the Marketplace on ConsumerHalla TV on Thursday by 11 a.m. to experience the sight and sound. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media handle on ConsumerHalla TV. I am Elizabeth Abefe.
Hello, fellow consumers. Are you looking for a program where we give analysis about brand and a program where we project the voice of the consumer? Join my team and I on Consumer Analytics and Resolution Box by calling on the program to get your issues resolved.
And in case you are wondering where Consumer Analytics and Resolution Box will be showing, please join us on our YouTube channel at ConsumerHallaTV. Subscription is free. By 2 p.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. every Mondays and Wednesdays, Consumer Analytics and Resolution Box will be airing and will be here to provide you any information on brands and also issues that you have pending for us to resolve. Also follow us across all our other social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok at ConsumerHallaTV. And that is why at ConsumerHallaTV,
you deserve to be heard. Hi everyone, I am Iri Ayomikunle Eke. Join me live on Perspective every Mondays to Friday from the hour of 9 to 10, where we have meaningful and engaging conversations about all the burning and pressing issues making the round. Issues related to our economy and consumers. It's conversing, it's relatable, it's beyond interview. We have expert analysts who gives updated analysis about all aspects of a conversation. Join the moving train by subscribing to our YouTube channel, ConsumerHalla TV, and do well to follow us on all our social media platforms, ConsumerHalla TV. Stay informed,
Thank you.
I am Matilda Omenai. As you already know, Marketing is the show where we visit different markets across Nigeria, Lagos, to check out the prices of different things, ranging from household items to foodstuffs to cosmetics, electronics, every other thing.
In a world of hustle and bustle, entertainment keeps us alive, and that is why at ConsumerHallaTV, we ensure you enjoy all around 360-degree entertainment program. Screen Time is the show for you, where you enjoy top 5 countdown, celebrity of the week, exclusive interview, and other segments.
Don't mind him, he's just a jealous person.
Oh,
His new
God.
movie release, update and screen time. I'm going to enjoy myself because this is my favorite time on the program. I get to recommend good movie for you, and I'm also waiting for you to recommend movies to me also in the comment section. Screen time is not just all about entertainment, it is relaxing and also educational. So that is why we are bringing to you Screen Time on ConsumerHallaTV. And in case you're wondering where to join us every Mondays by 5:00 p.m. at ConsumerHallaTV on our youth channel. Subscription is very, very free. And in case you have not followed us across all our social media platforms, please do so. We are begging you, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and also TikTok at ConsumerHallaTV. What are you waiting for? Click on that follow and subscribe right now.
And from the I to the R to the E to the M to the F to the E, my name is Iremofe Koforola, the man always clothed in wealth and strength.
And I am Kike Lomo Ajibola. Toodles!
Hi people, my name is Mo Fakorede and I am a filmmaker and a film director, and you're watching ConsumerHallaTV. ConsumerHallaTV is everything consumer advocacy, consumer rights, everything that has to do with consumers. On this TV, you'll watch, you'll learn, you'll be educated, and you'll be entertained. Keep watching ConsumerHallaTV.
My name is Olubukola Ozone, a photographer and a social media enthusiast. You're watching ConsumerHallaTV. It's a consumer advocacy TV. If you have a problem, any consumer related problem, just holla at them, just like their name implies, and they're going to get it sorted for you. Keep watching, stay tuned. Thank you very much.
Hi guys, my name is Joba Jalabi. I'm a marketing communications professional. I currently lead marketing at Flash Change, a fintech startup. Keep watching ConsumerHallaTV, a consumer advocacy channel.
Hello, my name is Sharon Rotimi. I'm an actor and I am on ConsumerHallaTV. Now, ConsumerHallaTV is a consumer advocacy channel. So if you have any issues, consumer-related issues with brands and services, you can reach out to them and they will be sure to handle it or to cater to you. Thank you so much.
Hi guys, my name is Iyebiye Adeton. I'm a film poster designer and illustrator. This is ConsumerHallaTV. It's a consumer advocacy channel. We show content on consumers-based news, entertainment, and all of that. So I urge you guys to stay tuned to ConsumerHallaTV.
My name is Anoluwapo Alao, a sales consultant for Star Times Nigeria. This is a ConsumerHallaTV, where they discuss anything consumer needs and get knowledge about anything about consumer. So keep watching it.
Hi, my name is Adebola Ogushino. I'm a filmmaker and you're watching ConsumerHallaTV. Any consumer related issues, they've got you.
Hi, my name is Stephen Olorunshisi. I'm a strategy and sales professional currently working with Obey, and you're watching ConsumerHallaTV. I mean, this is one of the channels that you don't want to but stay on. Consumer advocacy, brand promotion, everything consumer, what you need to learn for your business to grow. This is a channel where you learn, where you experience entertainment too, but it's good for businesses, for brands, and for an entrepreneur. If you want to know more about businesses, want to know more about brands, please stay watching. All right, thank you so much, ConsumerHallaTV. Keep watching.
Hello, good day. My name is Tunde Balogun. I'm the lead pastor at the Kingsborough Church in London. And you're watching ConsumerHallaTV, which is a new initiation into the TV industry in Nigeria, the first of its kind in Nigeria. And I know that it's going to bring value and quality into the service industry. ConsumerHallaTV is here to offer value to service industry and to give a voice to consumers, bring awareness to the brand industry, and also bring education to what it is to have quality for what you paid for. I know that through ConsumerHalla TV, you are going to be able to get what you have paid for quality-wise and also give a voice to you in wherever it is that you do. I am here to support and give a shout out to say that keep watching ConsumerHalla TV and we'll have a better quality for value in Nigeria and in the global space. Please continue to watch ConsumerHalla TV because it is here to make things work better for you. It is on this note that I would like to say a big congratulations to the chairman and CEO of ConsumerHalla TV, Pastor Tunde Olufowora, and all the staffs of this great organization. Thank you for what you do. You are making things happen for us, and I pray that God bless you. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Toyin Balogun. I'm here to give a shout out to ConsumerHalla TV, #1 platform helping you to shop smart, spend wisely, and live better. Anytime you have any kind of issues with your shopping or you want to know a very honest review, please contact ConsumerHalla TV, here to help you. And please join the community where we can all make life easy and better for all of us.
Hey there, do you know in the world today, everyone is a consumer. And as consumers, we all have the right to be heard.
In Nigeria today, as a consumer, you have all right to product information, right to fair pricing, right to return goods, right to product labeling, right to fair dealings, and a lot more.
Well then, have you heard about the new media channel?
ConsumerHalla TV.
ConsumerHalla TV.
ConsumerHalla TV.
At ConsumerHalla TV, our goal is to inform and educate consumers in Nigeria with insightful news alongside development within the fast-paced world of consumers through well-researched, specialized, and analytical content.
Our vision at ConsumerHalla TV is to create an engaging platform that provides right connections for meaningful brands in Nigeria, thus creating a more caring world for consumers where business thrive.
And guess what? Our ConsumerHalla brand is the first consumer complaint resolution portal in Nigeria, powered by a 72-hour feedback mechanism. We offer consumer advocacy, informative talk shows, branding promotions, advertising, and lots more. Connect with us via our YouTube channel at ConsumerHalla TV. Follow us on our Facebook page, ConsumerHalla TV, our Instagram page, ConsumerHalla TV, and do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscription is free. ConsumerHalla TV. At ConsumerHalla TV, you deserve to be heard. At ConsumerHalla TV, you deserve to be heard. We say good afternoon and welcome to Resolution Box on ConsumerHalla TV, whereby we welcome all consumer-related issues that you have. We'll solve it out on this program. If you have any consumer-related issues that you've been finding your way around it, so make sure everything is well solved and you're not still getting it right, please, the number displaying on your screen is the numbers to dial and be part of the conversation. And if you want to join us concerning what we are discussing on the program as well, of course, you're always available to do that. Good afternoon and thank you so much for joining us once again. Irimofe, good afternoon. Before we talk about some information we gathered about bouillon cubes, what consumers are facing about bouillon cubes in Nigeria. Now let's get to hear your own perspective about bouillon cubes, your most favorite bouillon cube, and let's have everything bouillon cube from your own end.
Well, I just know that there are many brands,
and
for someone who Kike has already give me that night.
Oh,
facial expression anyway.
Because he doesn't cook. Why are you asking him the question?
It's
only just to go to the kitchen.
I even know there are many brands.
Okay.
We have Onga, we have Magistar, we have that's all I can remember for now.
Oh, okay.
You have I think there's Stella.
There's Stella, yeah. The reason why I asked is
no small.
The reason why I asked is because you might prefer one to another. There might be a certain time they used to
no, yeah.
Okay.
They buy they buy.
He can't even know what he prefers because he doesn't know what they use in cooking.
All right, now let's talk about a lot of. We are not tarnishing any brand, but it is what it is. A whole lot of time, a lot of people have come out to say, do not use a particular brand. It's a Ajinomoto that it's very bad. The salt, when you use it for something like that, it does this, it does all that. What can you say about it? Do you think those speculations are true?
I don't know actually, because I know about Ajinomoto and I know about Vedan.
Vedan, yeah, thank you.
But I really didn't grow up with it. My mom never used it. But I know that a lot of fast food restaurants, bukas, they use it because of the taste it brings to their food. But honestly, I've never used it before. I just used to hear people say what was happening with it. So yeah, if there's anything like that is happening to with the seasoning seasoning powder, then they should take it up with the manufacturers. This is not my own place to tell whether there is, because I don't know what they use, in producing that particular seasoning powder. So I feel like it's more of a manufacturer thing to take up on. And as consumers or ConsumerHalla TV advocate person, I would rather say lodge a complaint, to several agencies that concern food, NAFDAC and every other thing. I think if there was a very big issue with Vadan or Ajinomoto, NAFDAC would have said some. I don't know if they put out any information about that, but yeah, they should have said something, or people should have been able to take it up against the manufacturers.
All right, thank you for that. Like I said earlier when we started the program, that we made some information that were gathered about what consumers in Nigeria face. It refers to issues with bouillon cubes. But let's relatively discuss this. Do we think bouillon cubes are quite affordable, or do we think they are expensive?
Well, I know. Okay, there was a time I still don't. For me, I know that people buy it in packs and all that, and for the price, I don't think it's that expensive. I don't know.
It's not actually. I don't know why.
Yeah, because I'm trying to feel.
I don't know. I feel like Knorr is the most expensive one, but I don't even think Knorr is expensive, because a pack of 50 and you're going to get 100 cubes inside of it. I think it's around 2,018. So I honestly don't think it is expensive. I don't know why people are saying bouillon cubes are expensive. Honestly, I think you can get a packet of I think around 25 pieces, or I think 40 pieces of chicken flavor for 450 naira. So I don't know how much you want them to sell it.
Because I know even
you know the amount of ingredient that goes into making bouillon cubes.
I think consumers are taking it back to when it used to be 150, 250.
I don't think we bought the biggest pack of Knorr for 150. Then we didn't. We bought it for like I think around 600, 500 at that particular time. So compare it to almost 16 years ago till now. Things obviously have changed, and inflation is different. We are all in this country together. So what else? How do you want them to sell it? I mean, chicken broth is going into what they are making. There are a lot of herbs into it. A lot of things that they are using to make these things are very expensive. I don't know how there's packaging. Come on, there is wrapping of everything. I don't know what you want them to sell it for you. Honestly, I feel like bouillon cube is the least thing we should even be talking about when it comes to expensive stuff in the country, in my own opinion. Honestly,
I even think that retail shops that they even said, I think some of these cubes for 400 naira.
Yeah, I think so one bouillon cube of one Knorr is 50 naira, and it is two that is inside. I don't know what 50 naira is not more, like it's not, the denomination is not it doesn't have any value like that before. I mean, you cannot take 50 naira, you see them just throwing it around because they know that it doesn't have any value to the economy anymore. But honestly, I don't think bouillon cube is expensive at all.
Alright, so Tracy, please, if you're just joining us, for your information, it is Resolution Box on ConsumerHallaTV, whereby we solve all consumer-related issues that you have. This is a program well specialized for you as a consumer, and if you have any issue with any industry, any brand, and you've been trying your means, your ways to make it well resoluted, but all to no avail, this is the centric point for you to get everything right, and you have your testimonies. The number displaying on your screen, you can save it, put it to call, and be part of the conversation, and let us know where you're not finding it funny. And according to information gathered, consumers in Nigeria face significant issues with bouillon cubes, primarily related to the extremely high sodium content, leading to increased risk of hypertension, before kidney disease and heart failure. Before we go further, we see a whole lot of people whereby they go to healthcare clinics, and they will specifically tell them that please do not eat Maggi again, do not eat bouillon cube again, as it stands with your health. Maybe you've overconsumed them, or your health can't take it again. I'm very sure you would have heard cases like that. Is it that consumers they've abused it, or because some people who want to prepare stew, I was talking with Hike the other time, you will hear them for just a mini stew for a family of 3-4, they will have like 5-6 bouillon cubes, and she said that bouillon cubes does not guarantee how skillful you are in the kitchen. Now let's talk about it. Don't you think most of the time we consumers, we abuse these things a whole lot by making sure that our stew or what we prepare in the kitchen, our bouillon cubes are the determinant of what we prepare in the kitchen?
Well, for me, I would agree with the sentiment that it's not your cooking skill is not tied to the number of cubes you apply to or you use in the food you prepare, whatever soup or any. But the only thing is that it's only an indication of how well you can mix or any recipe you are using. There are people who might not necessarily add any cube to what they are making, and you still taste nice. And the truth is, everything you will consume in excess always have their implications at the end of the day. So if you are I know people that they can't do without adding essence to it, because I just like naturally by the time you're eating and you can taste, if I'm eating your food and I can still taste the cube, or even the smell of it is when the smell wafts in the air and all I'm perceiving is the cube, definitely something is wrong somewhere. So there are people, all I would just say is, if you consume it excessively, you just have to really cut it down, because naturally people would want to apply it to their food. You understand? It makes food taste better, but it still does not mean that you should boil everything down to the fact that you just have to always apply it in excess. Sometimes you just need a cube. Some people add 4 to something, they just need 1. You understand? So all of these things, they just have to be very careful.
Kike, I'm sure you're aligning with what Rimofe is saying, and let's have your own piece of cake about this.
Honestly, I'm not going to talk about this that much, because I feel like a nutritionist is best positioned to talk about issues of when it comes to what we use, what we digest into our tummy. The thing is that whether or not you are an understanding person, or you are somebody that understands the concept of information, you should always know that too much of something or too little of something is a problem. So you have to find a balance. So it's a matter of check and balance in whatever you are, trying to do. When it comes to bouillon cubes, I feel like the manufacturers have tried enough to let you know the amount you should. But I think they apply with caution, or use it with caution. They add it in their advertisement a lot of times. Even if someone doesn't tell you, you know how sweet this thing is naturally. So that's why somebody is complaining that chicken flavor, this thing is not well flavored anymore. You can build your flavor up the way you want to build your flavor. It's not about adding a lot of things to your food. It's about how well you properly make those meals. And smelling of bouillon cubes in the air or bouillon cube in the food is simply because the person did not make the food get done. It wasn't done to the extent that this food is ready to be consumed. So these are things that we should know. Yes, I think I remember a particular bouillon cube that people always complain about back in the soupy, of how concentrated the salt was. So that was one of the reasons my mother never liked to use soupy. I don't know how soupy is. Maybe they have tried as much as possible, to reduce the salt in it. But I know for sure that was the time that soupy was the one that people always complain, oh, it's too salty. So in fact, if you use soupy, you shouldn't be. So now you use soupy, you already know it has salt. Why are you adding extra salt? Soupy is sufficient for you to be able to make your meal. Some people don't even need to use too much of it. Some people use half cube of it, and their food will be nice. So if they have told you to stop eating bouillon cube in the hospital, definitely it's from a medical stance. So stop making use of it. If you've not been told to stop using it, I don't see any reason why you should cut out it. That's a chunk of a balanced diet. You need them in a way. You need sodium in a way in your body, just not too much, obviously. So if they have not told you to cut out a particular type of thing away from what you are eating, please do not cut it out. Don't listen to social media or any other thing. But if you yourself knows that what you are taking is too much, try as much as possible to lessen it to the barest minimum.
Thank you so much for bringing that to the podium, because a whole lot of people abuse these things. Most of the time, you see, after sprinkling the cube into the stew or soup, a lot of people will still leak, the carton and.
Someone that give it to children. I've seen different situations like that. You give maybe I don't know how. I've never tasted it in that raw form. You understand? But when I see, because I
you'll have tasted it before.
Okay, yeah.
Because maybe sometimes you wash your hand, you
I even sometimes I think I've tasted the food.
See how very disgusting that is.
Yeah. So now you
especially with chicken flavor.
Yeah.
You don't know how to crunch chicken flavor. You don't.
So if you then give children such things to taste raw form,
mind you, diabetes is not only an elderly person disease right now. A child can have diabetes from the for the mother's womb, depending on what you are eating. So imagine you giving birth to a child and handing them over a diabetics. Like you are literally handing them over disease, medical issues by giving them this, because you think that is the only thing that can calm them down. I mean, I have a parent that would give a child raw noodles and then she sprinkle the Maggi or the seasoning powder of the raw noodles and that's how my child likes to eat it. What your child likes doesn't mean that your child.
But you were the one who started giving the child. If you are not giving the child,
maybe the child tasted it Monday and they're always crying for it. And most parents fall for children's tears. I mean, if the child doesn't cry, why would you bring it home? The child needs to cry.
Okay, let's totally move out of the box. Let's talk about while in the kitchen. Let's practicalize it here. After sprinkling your, bouillon cubes, your salt, do you support the ideology of using water to?
That's the most disgusting thing ever.
Because there are a lot of people see that a lot.
That is the most disgusting thing to do. I don't know why. No.
Okay.
Why are you people doing that? I totally get disgusted by people that do that. And And I can never, if I see you doing that thing once, I can never in my life.
And that's one of the reasons most people don't eat outside.
Because there is a lot of, trust me, the way you are putting your hand to and fro, there's a lot of germs going on. Imagine you now being in a kitchen whereby you've already washed your chicken with water, salmonella is everywhere, you're carrying that hand, you're still washing salmonella in your food. I don't understand why must you've already put the whatever in the soup. Wash your hand away. Why are you washing your hand inside of the soup? And a lot of people do this. I know a lot of people that do this kind of thing, and I don't ever eat their food because that's the most disgusting thing you could ever do to someone. It's as if you are spitting in the food for me.
Okay, I think I just needed to bring that as awareness that if you are doing that, please let's stop it. Now back to thank you. What we're saying, a lot of issues people have with the overconsumption of bouillon cubes, increased risk of hypertension, kidney disease, and heart failure, compounded by eating trans fat that has to do with the hydrogenated oils and excessive chemical additives. With recent health debate focusing on potential dangers from proposed iron, zinc fortification, and also promoting calls for stricter regulation and healthier seasoning alternatives. And according to research that was made, they break it down that excessive sodium leads to health risk, and we all know that bouillon cubes are a major contributor to high sodium intake, which is strongly linked to the rising hypertension, high blood pressure, and cardiovascular diseases. Thank you. In Nigeria, with the eating sodium, many Nigerians unknowingly increase sodium further by adding extra salt alongside the cubes. And now that will take us back to the Maggie she made mention of soupy, that we all know that has a high level of salt. After doing that, you see adding more salt. After doing the sprinkling and everything, you still wash your hands.
Do you guys know that some people put Maggie bouillon cube in their rice?
Okay. Concoction of white rice.
White rice.
Okay.
I have an auntie that does that.
How does that taste? I think
when I was a child, I never liked her meal. She cooks well, but I feel like she always add too much of, because northern people eat a lot of bouillon cube. They consume a lot of bouillon cube, but my mom never was a fan of that kind of meal. So we don't particularly eat in my own room because it's a family, like everybody's together. So we don't particularly eat when my mom makes it, but when other people make it, it always tastes different. And my aunt actually would put salt, you would add bouillon cube, and she would slice onions inside white rice. I could understand onions because onions is a flavor building agent or building very, very nice. But like, are you serious? Bouillon cube inside rice. When I was growing up, that was when I remember, oh, this person used to add bouillon cube in our rice. White rice, not concoction rice.
All right, please let's.
And she's diabetic.
Wow. The earlier the better. She needs to stop. Now let's talk about the trans fat as well. That has to do with the hydrogenated oil. Cubes often contain the hydrogenated vegetable fat, which turns into unhealthy trans fat, increasing the bad cholesterol and contributing to obesity, heart disease, and stroke. Please let's be very careful.
I saw some kids yesterday. It's not just it's just a conversation that I would like to make. They were obese, and they came to the store. I think I went to go and I went to get something at the supermarket close to my house. So I saw these kids. I don't think the eldest one cannot be more than 9, and she's really obese. Like, both of them were obese, and one was just slightly better than the other one. And I could see them filling up their cart with chocolates and everything. And the mom was like, the mom made the same. You are the one buying these things for these children. You know that your child is obese. Why do you keep on buying these things for your child? Don't you think it's that time for you to start doing portion control? So you're not saying, if you don't understand your body, that means continue eating. That's why you are getting fat. So you as a mother is already putting that insecurity in them. So if somebody says it outside, they can't raise their head up high. Imagine me saying, oh, that's why, look at that fat girl. They'll be like, oh, my mom already says it. So you as a mother, you don't know what to do for your child to not be in that particular shape or form. And then tomorrow you may say, oh, the child just slept and did not wake up anymore. Obesity kills, if you guys don't understand. Obesity is a deadly medical disease, medical phenomenon. If you don't know what it is, you can just wake up and you cannot sleep and not wake up anymore, and there's no underlying cause of the sudden death.
Absolutely, there is no doubt about that, and that is why we now need to sit tight and now turn in attention to all these little things that we think do not matter. And if you look at the other way around, all these little things actually matter a whole lot. We're still talking about a lot of issues that consumer gets when there is too much consumption of Beyond Cubes, the regulatory gaps and awareness, and under regulation. There is a call for the regulatory bodies, NAFDAC, SON, to enforce global sodium benchmarks and monitor fortification programs. And lack of awareness, many consumers are unaware of the long-term health consequences or the sheer amount of sodium and healthy fats in everyday use. And that is why we're using this medium to create that awareness and resolution box this afternoon, that please reduce the way you consume your Beyond Cubes. And the impact on kidney and heart health studies, including animal research, show that chronic Beyond Cubes use can damage kidney, the architecture and function, and also the highlight of the severe renal risk. So in essence, while offering flavor, the convenience of Beyond Cubes comes with significant hidden health costs, promoting cause for better regulation, consumer education, and a shift towards natural seasonings. So please, let's make sure that we sit tight to make sure that we do not consume too much of Beyond Cubes. An English adage says simplicity is the key. So while delivering a skillful, embedded skills that we have in the kitchen, please let's make sure that we reduce the way we apply Beyond Cubes. So much of everything is totally bad. Before we end the conversation, what do you have to?
Well, before you go, I just want to say, like, this kind of more the softer angle, from a softer angle. There are some of these cubes that are so hard.
I made mention of it earlier.
Because sometimes I realize that when people are trying to like crunch it and all that, it's so.
That's very easy. I've already said it before on the program. Very easy to do. I don't know why people are still finding it very hard to crunch chicken flavor. It's just
she said you just put it near the.
Place it beside your gas. Put it on the tip of your gas for just 2 seconds, 10 seconds, but don't leave it too much because that adds in more. So make it stay there 5 seconds. Once it's hot, easy to peel off, and you'd do this once. There is no need for you to be doing bang, 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 bang.
Because
it's very easy to do.
I've said it earlier on, because that's one of the problem a lot of consumers have with some Maggies. I know I don't want.
The only one I know of is chicken flavor. It's hard. I don't think any of them is hard. It's chicken flavor.
All right, Akike, from your hand, what do you have to say to the consumers at home?
I hope they've been able to learn one or two things from everything that we've said all day on the program. So it's very important to know that health is wealth, and health really matters. No matter how nice or how sweetened you want your food to taste, it's not about what you are putting in the soup or the stew. For me, I really do eat stews that have too much of everything. I don't like curry, I don't like thyme in my stew. Stew is just stew. Just make it stew. Just make normal stew. I don't know why people add all of those things. So those things actually throw me off, and I think that's why I'm not really a fan of jollof rice or fried rice like that, because of all the unnecessary things that people pack into them. They just make the flavor lost for me. So I feel like I said it earlier on, it's not just packing everything once and for all and then be like, oh, 10 minutes my stew is ready or my soup is ready. That is not how things work. Let your stew stay on fire, let it fry, if you don't understand that seasoning cubes, seasoning powders need to be cooked. So it'll be like some people will be like, you see some people, they're already done cooking and then after they are done cooking, they will still put Beyond Cube in there. I don't know why you do that. You need to make them cook. You need to make those things cook. That is why it is there. They're supposed to be cooked with your food. So let them stay on fire for a long time so that at least all of the things that you need for them to absorb in your food to make them tastier is what you're going to be getting. So that's why you'll be like, oh, I'm making soup, I'm making stew right now. My stew is not tasting the way I want because it's not yet done. That's why it's not tasting the way you want it. Just leave the stew on fire for like 45 minutes, you know. Leave it there. And that's why you'll be like, oh, ayamachi is nice. You know, that black pepper for wake is always very nice because of the fact that they make it like 2 hours, that thing is still cooking. 3 hours, that thing is still. That's why they will give you small because it's a lot of work that they use to cook that food. So that's exactly what we need to understand, that cooking food is not just about adding seasonings, crayfish, whatever you want to add. It's about how well you can be patient with your pot on the fire.
All right, interesting. Thank you so much, Sim. But before we go, in all honesty, I need a very sincere question. When do you think we Nigerians will stop calling all bouillon cubes Maggie? When do you think that will stop?
It's just a general trade market. Nigerians. It's not just, it's so many
even
products.
With Pampers,
everything.
Even with salt, I say Mr. Chef, everything about salt, Mr. Chef.
Even
everything. Malt, they say Mortina. So I feel like it's just the pioneer that they stick to. Indomie, sort of instant noodles. You'd be like Indomie. It's just what they're used to. What the first one that came out.
Let me remember a mother, that was saying to child, okay, the Indomie were for me, so she gave the child money and the child came back with Indomie, right?
Bless you.
Yeah, thank you. You know, money Kora Indomie wa.
What's that saying? When you say Indomie money Kora Indomie, what's that going to say?
Tell the brand.
Oh no,
so the boy was confused and they're like, okay, so she just held the hand, took the boy. They're like, why did he give my child Indomie? I told him to buy Indomie. Then he gave it. Bro, like the
boy like, what are you saying?
But when she pointed to it and said, okay, this particular, it turned out to be that it was meaning that was saying. So you know, just like to brush yourself, Nigeria just generalize
because of the pioneers. Yeah. What starts something is what Nigerians used to call everything. You know, all this and baso, the Nigerian call it kogi.
Yeah.
Because that was exactly what they knew. I mean, I remember then they used to call ice water, pure water ice water, because that was what we knew for a long time until pure water started to be like, oh, pure water, and lolly, even if it is like now, you know those ice cream that does they'll say everything, even ice cream in the supermarket, coronu. That's what they just like to call them.
And the beautiful part is that is what makes us Nigerians, and that's where the fun part comes out. Thank you so much for joining us on the conversation. It's been an insightful one, a very beautiful awareness, consumer education well outlined there. Please let's adhere to everything well said on this conversation for health purpose. Ire Ayomikunle Eke, and it's very mandatory for you to know that all review on this program is not of ConsumerHalla TV, neither is it of we the broadcasters, but of the consumer's voice that we are projecting, and we'll always keep projecting on each edition of Consumer Analytics and Resolution Box. I am Ire Ayomikunle Eke. We'll see you again later in the week. Bye for now.
My name is Tunde Olufowora. I'm the CEO of Brand Communications. We are we call the publisher or the owner of the new initiative called ConsumerHallaTV. ConsumerHallaTV is actually Nigeria's first consumer-centered, or call it consumer-centric television platform that aims to bring voice to the over 220 million Nigerians. it was a vision that came to my heart about 10 years ago. I remember that I was traveling. I traveled out of the country, on airline, and I had this unpleasant experience. It was a trip to an African country from Nigeria, and I actually went with a local flight from Nigeria. I wouldn't want to mention the name of the airline, and then it was to South Africa, and we landed in South Africa, and let me just paraphrase it. When I was coming back, I had some money, some dollars, and that someone had given to me to hand over to another person in Nigeria. So I wanted to help out. I didn't want to carry the cash on myself. So for whatever reason, I opted to. I had a small case, and I felt that it was safer for me to put the money in my luggage. So I put it in a safe place in my luggage, got everything intact, and I checked in my luggage. My arrival in Nigeria, I was standing and was waiting about the carousel just so that I could pick up my luggage, and then I was there for 1 hour and waiting for my luggage. I didn't know that my luggage already arrived, and it was one of the luggage that was moving around on the carousel. So after about 1 hour wait, I looked to my left and my right. Almost everybody had gone. I think we were just about 2 or 3 left. So I beckoned on the woman that was on my side, and I noticed she was really in tears. Madam, what happened? She said, her bag has just been torn and a lot of things stolen. So I said, well, I've also been waiting for my own. She said, you better go and check those luggages there. Maybe yours is one of them. And lo and behold, I went around there. Mine was one of them. By the time I got it, everything inside my luggage was gone. All the valuable things there were gone. To cut the long story short, we felt there was need for us to report the case, at least to the airline. It was in the night, about 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. We went in to go and see the officer that was in charge. As soon as we got in there, the officer said, "Oh, so sorry, but you will have to go to our head office in somewhere in Victoria Island, to lodge a complaint." Okay. So the next day we went to the Victoria Island and we lodged a complaint, and that was it. And since that day, I'm talking a story of over 10 years ago, I didn't get a call, not even a call from that airline to talk to me about what happened to my luggage. Now, about a month after that trip, I had another opportunity to travel out of the country. This time around it was to US, and it was an official assignment. And I flew on, I will mention the airline this time around. I flew on a BA. I really didn't like BA. I usually go with Virgin Atlantic and things like that. But my protocol officer convinced me and said, "Okay, you will love BA. Why don't you go on BA?" Anyway, so I went on BA to US. And of course, when I returned from US to Nigeria, we had to do, of course, there'll be like a connecting flight, from Heathrow. So we got into London Heathrow, and then because it was through Heathrow that we went, and then so they changed since it was BA, they changed the aircraft this time around to a bigger one. Clearly because there were more Nigerians, or more people that were planning to come to Nigeria, and then we boarded. Not quite 10 minutes into the flight, in the air, the aircraft started malfunctioning. The air conditioning compartment were not functioning very well. The I was on what you call business economy. You know, the whole of that business economy, all the way to economy side, the ACs were not working well. It was hot. And then I was watching. And then from that moment till we got to Nigeria. From that moment till we got to, I'm just trying to paraphrase. From that moment till we got to Nigeria, I could remember very well how many times the pilot, broke into conversation and had to apologize and say, really very sorry about this. He was giving us almost every 30 minutes. There's always a kind of update. So sorry, this is what we're doing now, this is what we're doing. While we were on that journey, I also remember an incident. So they came, the crew, apparently couldn't resolve it. They couldn't manage the crisis or what was going on about it. They couldn't fix it. So they come up and said, we're so sorry, but for all the inconvenience, we're declaring, free lunch, free whatever it is you want, you can get. So trust Nigerians, you need to hear how everybody was jubilating, But something struck me. The experience I had just about a month before, and this experience, somehow I started comparing them. I was trying to see how this matter will be managed. Again, to cut the story short, we landed in Nigeria on a BA. Before we landed, the pilot announced and said that for the inconvenience, they will be giving a voucher. You probably, for the sake of how they manage it, will have forgiven them. This is what we go through in this country. But are we deep for that nation? So God put in my heart the idea of ConsumerHalla. That's why the Hala came with consumer. And we started that journey about 10 years ago. We started by creating a platform called ConsumerHalla, where consumers, so I discovered that Nigerian consumers don't have a voice. So things happen, and that's it. We live with everything. So we've started the journey from creating the platform. We have an app, we even have a magazine, and we thought we could move it from that to the next stage, which is the television. So the TV today, has come. So I would say precept by precept, line upon line, we have been able to build on our aspiration, to finally bring to birth